Let's see here. Well, hello, sports fans. Welcome to my stream yet again. Just this here. Make sure the mic ain't. Make sure that mic is working. Okay. Check, check. All right, we're good. Okay. Welcome aboard, all who is here. Be doing a live reaction and sort of a play-by-play of the Pittsburgh Steelers against the formerly known as Oakland, then formerly known as Los Angeles, then formerly known as Oakland again. And now, as of a few years ago, they're now the Las Vegas Raiders. And it looks like they're going to be the Las Vegas Raiders for quite some time with that new stadium they built. As far as the game itself here, Steelers offense, can we get something going here for crying out loud? For crying out loud, can we get something going here? Because we won last week, 6 days ago, against Cleveland for one reason and one reason only. It was because of our defense. That was the only reason we won last week. TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, balled like hell last Monday against Deshaun Watson in Cleveland. And our run defense wasn't good at all in either of our two games. Nick Chubb, before he got hurt, was running all over us. Jerome Ford here had a big run on us here shortly after Chubb got hurt. So keep an eye. So a lot of eyes will be on Josh Jacobs tonight, and certainly a lot of eyes will be on the Raiders' top wide receiver Devontae Adams, who they acquired from the Packers a couple of summers ago. The good news is there, I think, is that the Steelers' offense is playing a Raiders' defense that isn't exactly the best in the world. Last week they got berserkered by Buffalo, but then again, it looks like Buffalo is starting to get back into form with their performance last week and what they did earlier today against Washington. But I imagine the Raiders' defense will be still very competitive as long as they still have Max Crosby there here on the edge. And God forbid a Tyree Wilson here on the other side here is starting to kick our ass. That we might be in some trouble. I hate it when it does that. We switch the... Yeah, the reception up here is not the best in the world, even with Wi-Fi. See, this is why I have my phone in front of me here watching my own damn stream here, is to make sure my stream is actually running. Because I can't tell from where here by looking at that, because the screen is facing away from me. And I don't really want to turn that around, because if I do turn it around, then those numbers you see right here will all be backwards. It'll be like staring at a mirror. And not everybody who would be watching this is Leonardo da Vinci, who specialized in mirror writing. So as usual, the previous two streams, here your scoreboard will be just this dry erase board I have stationed here. And what I have sitting behind me in the other dry erase board here in the background is not this week's schedule, it'll be next week's schedule, since you know, basically, I'm already looking at week 4 in some aspects. Not this one yet, but for the Raiders, once this game concludes, they will be traveling back. They're traveling a little west. They're already west enough, but they'll be traveling to Los Angeles to face division rival, the Los Angeles Chargers, who are coming off a big road win against Minnesota to keep their season afloat at 1-2. For the Steelers next week, they will be traveling down south to Texas to play Houston and rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud, who Houston is coming off a big road upset win against division rival Jacksonville. What was, I can't remember the score, 37-17, I think the score was in that. Very impressive performance by Houston. I got to give them credit there. I mean, just an all-around aspect here. They just seem to have Jacksonville's number as of late, no matter what quarterback or what coach Jacksonville has. It seems like Houston just has Jacksonville's number. They've won, I think, 10 of the last 11 meetings, regardless of the state of both franchises. So, good on Houston. They're 1-2. We'll see them next week. They're going to be a very, very tough matchup for the Steelers. Hopefully, we can get to Houston with a 2-1 mark after tonight. Next week's going to be really fun. There's very much a few games here that's going to be definitely going to be worth keeping an eye on here. This one here this upcoming Thursday. Detroit traveling to Lambeau Field to face the Green Bay Packers in an early NFC North Division battle to determine who's going to be the early leader after the first quarter of the season. Both are 2-1. Both are coming off of good rebound wins at home. Atlanta won 20-6 over Atlanta. And Green Bay came back from 17-0 down in the fourth quarter to come back against the New Orleans Saints to win 18-17 in Jordan Love's first start at Lambeau. And the second one is going to be a doozy. It's really, I know it's early, but it's looking like the division is probably going to come down to those two teams. Some people expected that, even though Minnesota had come off a 13-4 year. But that's going to be fun to watch. I mean, if I'm not subscribed to Amazon Prime, but if I was, I would definitely get it for that game because that's going to be fun. Also, week 4, they're going to start the international series. They're going to, I believe this is where Atlanta and Jacksonville are traveling to London, I believe. It'll be a 9:30 start on Sunday morning. Both teams going up a tough loss. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. I don't know necessarily what to expect. I would think maybe Jacksonville's going to rebound from a tough loss to a division team, even though Atlanta has 2 good running backs to deal with. But for right now, I think that's what all Atlanta has. It's just 2 very good running backs. A stellar defense, too. But this one here, Miami at Buffalo. If they were to flex anything, I would wish they flexed that game right there and move it to like either down here in the 4 o'clock games or flex it to Sunday night. That's gonna be that's gonna be wow, because Miami just got done put up 70 on the Denver defense. Buffalo looks like they're looking like the Buffalo that they should be, with 2 very impressive wins lately. AFC East battle. And then before the season even started, I figured it was going to come down to those 2. And they will play in their second meeting, and it won't be until week 18. So, from a lot of I know it's week 4, but I would say there's a pretty decent amount at stake in between those 2. Because you definitely, I feel like definitely have to be ahead of the game after October, after September, even though technically this will be October. Another division, another one. How about this one right here? Baltimore, Cleveland next week. Battle of 2-1s, battling for the NFC North leads. We got some we got some battles next week here to decide early division leads. Baltimore coming off a tough overtime loss to the Colts. Cleveland rebounding very nicely against the Tennessee Titans, despite losing Nick Chubb. That's going to be one. I mean, another very good battle to watch. There is going to be those two. How about an NFC North or NFC South? Excuse me, with Tampa and New Orleans. We don't know what Tampa's record is going to be. I imagine it probably will be 2-1. I think Philly's too good, even though Tampa looks good. But that's going to be interesting there. I don't know if Derek Carr is going to be there for New Orleans, but another division battle to determine who's at the top of the pecking order after 4 games. If Derek Carr is going to be there for New Orleans for that game against New Orleans, I imagine I would pick Tampa as a favorite for that one. Another one down here, Washington at Philly. Washington coming off that bad loss at home against Buffalo. Unless something happens with Philly tomorrow with their game against Tampa, I imagine Philly is going to be heavily favored for that one. Cincinnati against Tennessee. Cincinnati is in limbo right now. That's being nice. About ready for the kickoff here. We got a couple of tank bowls. We got 2 tank bowls, 2 battles of 0-3. We got the Vikings and Panthers here, and then Denver and the Bears. Woof. I mean, woof. I can imagine urinating tree here, getting the round ball music ready for that one. Jesus. And the kick is away. We're underway here in Vegas, and it goes through the end zone for a touchback. So here we see Kenny Pickett and company on offense, which for the last couple of weeks, especially in the first quarter, I feel like you need a tetanus shot or at least a shot of Pepto-Bismol to watch this offense the way they performed in the first quarter, which has been dismal, and I'm being nice. 1st and 10, Kenny under center from the 25. And he gives the delayed handoff to Najee Harris. Najee runs left. He's trying to turn that corner, and he's going to fall forward for about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 5. That's another thing. The last couple of weeks, we have not established anything in the running game whatsoever, whether it was Najee or Jalen Warren. They're showing Matt Canada as offensive coordinator. Please kill me. They're saying he's getting now a more prominent role, as in he's going to be more and more in touch with Kenny Pickett as Najee gets the 2nd down handoff. He gets up the middle to about the 34, so he's going to be about, let's say, a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Yeah, a lot of Steeler fans, myself included here, have been very vocal about a certain offensive coordinator of ours named Matt Canada. Once again, under center, 3rd and 1. And it's a handoff to, was that Connor Hayward? Yeah, that was Connor Hayward. They tried to give it up the middle, and he got nowhere. He might have even lost a yard. And I should seriously make this a drinking game. Anytime the Steelers get a 3 and out here, I should take a freaking shot. And and there is a bottle of Fireball in our freezer. And so far, we're right up to par. 3 and out to start the game. And here comes Presley Harvin, who, if T.J. Watt hasn't been standing on his head, here, Presley Harvin probably would have been our most valuable player right now. Punt is away, and Raiders are going to return it from the 9. He's going to get tackled at the 9-yard line. He tried little dance. He didn't go anywhere. Number 93 for the Steelers came in, or excuse me, that's 23 who came in for the tackle. And so the Raiders are going to start from deep in their own territory. So a very good punt there by Presley Harvin here and pins the Raiders back, further back. And we're going to see what the Steelers can do now on offense. Or, excuse me, the Raiders on offense. We've already seen the Steelers on offense, briefly. Garoppolo alone on shotgun. Those guys motion out. Takes the snap, looks to his right, fires a quick pass, and the pass is caught. That is Devontae Adams. He gets about 5 yards. As Patrick Peterson in on the tackle. Showing Jimmy Garoppolo's numbers, a 72% completion percentage, which is pretty good. Although the other numbers are meh. Second down 5. Hand off to, looks like that is Josh Jacobs up the middle, and he might have gotten maybe a yard or two. And that's going to be a test for the Steelers, is how well are they here is their run defense. It's been tested the last couple of weeks, and they failed. Even though we won last week, but again, Cleveland was running the ball all over us. It didn't matter who had the damn ball. So here we go, 3rd and 3. Garoppolo and Chaka with a sidecar right. Takes the snap. He's looking to his right. He fires it down the sideline, and it is going to fall incomplete. That was intended for Devontae Adams. So right off the shoot, both teams trading 3 and outs. As Joey Porter Jr. was there on the coverage. Calvin Austin III will return this punt punted by Cole of the Raiders with 11:40 to go in the opening frame. Punt is away. And Austin's going to return it to the 35, to the 40. Breaks the tackle to the 45. He's going to try to get the midfield. He's going to be just short of that. And tackled at the 49-yard line. But we do have Laundry on the field. And that is usually going to be a hold or a block in the back on the return squad. And that's going to be a hold. And that was 42 Pierre with the hold. So we'll be 10 yards from wherever from the spot. We'll find out once we come back from a commercial where the ball is placed. Imagine somewhere probably inside our 30, I think. You already see in the comments here, 3rd and 1, and we ran a fullback draw. Yeah. That sounds like a Matt Canada thing to do. Feel free to like and subscribe for anyone that's watching, if you haven't already subbed. I mean, shoot, I'm still adamant from the Pirate game last night. That game made no sense. 9-0 after 3 innings here, and probably everybody in the building wanted to like, well, we can get home early, I guess now. Only for the Pirates to put up 13 straight, and they damn near blew that. I thought they were going to blow that once De La Cruz got up the bat with a guy at third with 1 out. Because De La Cruz is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the upcoming years in baseball. Whether he's a Red or what. So, they're showing the family of the late Ken Stabler, nicknamed the Snake. One of the best to ever do it. Kenny Pickett takes the shotgun snap. He did draw play to Najee. He goes up the middle and he gets probably 2 or 3 yards. It figures the Raiders have a guy on their squad named Diablo. I'm not even dishing that. That's just cool. How do you get that name? Najee motions left. Kenny takes the snap. He's going to look. He's going to throw Najee's way, and it's going to be off target. Threw it behind Najee, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Crosby in there on the pressure. And like I said, Max Crosby, we're going to be hearing his name quite a bit tonight because he's definitely he's their TJ Watt. .22 tackles for a loss, led the NFL last year. It tells you all you need to know. 3rd and 6, Kenny alone in shotgun. Takes the snap. He looks right. Now looks left. Scrambles left. He's looking. He fires. The pass is going to be over the head. Too high for that wasn't George Pickens. That was Calvin Austin that he was shooting that one for. And once again, maybe I shouldn't make a drinking game out of this here because I'm just tone deaf wasted. Before halftime, punt is away by Harvin. Again, another good kick, all the way to the 15, where he takes it to the returner takes it to the 20 to the 25. He'll fall forward to the 26-yard line. That's where the Raiders will start their second drive of the game. So far, we've not even played 5 minutes. We've had 3 drives and not 1 first down yet. The way Miami was going after 5 minutes, they already had 20 points. Christ, Miami treated Denver like they were San Jose State against USC. No offense to San Jose State, but that's usually how the games go between you guys. Oh, God. So far, Kenny Pickett, 0 for 2. He's been off on both throws. And it's such a big issue that I have with just so many 3-and-outs here. And you can't rely on your defense to bail your asses out and have your defense out there for an average of 35 to 40 minutes. I mean, San Francisco torched the hell out of you. to the point it was over before the fourth quarter was over. If Deshaun Watson played like he did today, last Monday, then they probably would have won by 2 touchdowns. Showing Carrie Underwood. Are they trying to give Carrie Underwood more attention than Taylor Swift got from sitting in the press box with Mama Kelsey? I feel like that's how it was. 1st and 10 from the 26. The Raiders. Garoppolo fakes the handoff. He throws the pass. Pass is caught. That's Davante Adams. Had the first down, but he ran backwards. I don't know if what the forward progress is going to give him. They're saying that they're going to give him the forward progress first down, even though he ran it backwards the entire time he caught it. That was supposed to be Peterson on the coverage. Oh no! Okay, so they did get. Okay, so they did get. Oh hello! I thought it was a sack. Instead, he somehow got the handoff to Josh Jacobs before he got wrecked. Before Garoppolo got wrecked. Jacobs did get the handoff, and he does run forward for a first down, even though 57 Adams here was all over Jimmy Garoppolo. But Garoppolo just got the ball away. And Jacobs did spring forward for 5 yards on a first down. So first and 10 from their own 40. 9:08 to go in the first. Garoppolo takes a snap. He looks. He's going to fire to his left. The pass is caught again. Davante Adams. And he runs out of bounds just inside the 50 for another first down for the Raiders. And like I said here, right from the shoot, there was 2 names we had to keep an eye on for the Raiders offense. It was Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams, and Adams has already got 3 catches. Now inside Steelers territory from the Steelers 41. Garoppolo under center. With Jacobs in the back, and they delayed handoff to Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get hit, and he's going to spring forward. The ball is loose. Did TJ Watt get in it? The ball came loose, and they're going to say, yes, it was loose before he was down, and TJ Watt did recover it. So right as the Raiders were getting going on offense, Minkah Fitzpatrick, the knee's down. Knee's down. Never mind. Forget it. That's going to come back. I didn't see the ball come up before his knee hit. That close-up they showed there, I'm pretty sure this is going to come back. So it looks like it's just going to be a 1-yard gain for Jacobs instead, of a forced fumble by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Man, I thought we had an early turnover there that change things up here that would have helped the Steelers there because the Raiders were driving. And I guess they still are because once they come back and because they went straight to commercial after that fumble. Unless I missed something. But from that one angle that they showed, the only angle they've shown, it looked like Jacobs was well down before that ball was even pried loose by Minkah. So far, the run defense is playing okay. You know, yeah, he was clearly down. See right there? You see, right knee down well before Minka even pried that loose. So, Raiders catch a break there. So it'll be 2nd and 9 from the 40-yard line for the Raiders. 8:24 and ticking. Garoppolo alone in shotgun. Can we cover Davante Adams, please? Okay, we have a pre-snap penalty, and that's going to be false start on the Raiders. So 2nd and 9 turned into 2nd and 14. That was on 74 Miller. I believe that was their left tackle. Yeah, Josh Jacobs he's run it 28 times, but he's only gotten 46 yards in the first 2 weeks. Garoppolo takes a shotgun snap. He looks down middle. Pass is caught to the 35. Missed tackle, and now he falls down. And that was Jacoby Myers. He falls down on his own. He ends up falling down at the 33-yard line, just a few yards shy of a first down. And a quick snap there up the middle, and that was Josh Jacobs. Or no, that was Jimmy Garoppolo. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Garoppolo who took the quick snap, and he went for a sneak to try to get the quick first down. And we're going to see where they mark that. Raiders saying they got it, but some referee spotted it different. And they're gonna stop the clock here to take a measurement. Garoppolo went up middle, and Quan Alexander had a hold of him, but he was able to spring forward. Let's see if he got there. And not quite. Just a couple of chain links short. It'll be 4th down and about inches. I'm wondering if the Raiders are going to challenge that spot. Because it seems so sure that they got that first down. 7:10 to go in the 4th quarter. The Raiders are going to go for it. That's the new thing nowadays, is like when it's like 4th and inches inside here around this mark. They're at the Steelers' 29-yard line, and the Raiders are actually going to call a timeout and discuss this. I still imagine they're going to go for this. Even though I would think it'd be more beneficial to kick that field goal, because, this is starting to look like one of those games where points are going to be a little tough to come by. This isn't going to be. It's probably going to be a lot similar to what last year's game between these two teams were. The Raiders and Steelers, that is. Where it was, 13-10, the final of that one? Fourth and inches here, Garoppolo under center. And he's going to hand it off. No, he's going to fake it to Jacobs. He's going to heave it towards the end zone. It is going to be caught by Davante Adams for a Las Vegas Raiders touchdown. Oh, my goodness gracious. 29. Is that Levi Wallace on the coverage? It was. And Peterson, oh God, Peterson turned. By the time Peterson turned around, Adams already had the ball. God, fucking hell. 7:04 left in the first quarter as Carlson's extra point is up and good. So not only did the Raiders gamble on fourth down, they hit the jackpot with that fourth down. Christ. 7-0 Raiders. Midway through the first. Sounds like a typical Matt Canada day right there. The Raiders have 7 points and the Steelers have 6 offensive plays. I don't even remember how many first downs they recorded on that drive. I think it was 3. The Raiders did on this past drive. I mean, clearly Devontae Adams is going to be the number one guy. He's still a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. You got to cover him a lot better than that. I mean, for crying out loud. Hey. Don't mind me. I'm just looking at these commercials going by here. Something about this. Yeah, never mind. I had something to say, but I'm just going to leave that alone. Something about this kidnapping a kidnapper in this show called Found with Mark Paul Gosselaar, the guy from Saved by the Bell. Devontae Adams has scored a touchdown in 13 straight Sunday night football games. Yeah. Carlson kicks it away. I imagine this will be another touchback, and it is. Uphill climb. 2 games with 30-plus points. And I believe they were tracking back to 2021 when we hired Canada to be the OC. Kennedy takes a shotgun snap. He fires. The pass is incomplete. That was intended for fired right. It was right toward George Pickens. And so far, Kenny 0 for 3. Second down 10, 7 minutes to go. It was 24 for the Raiders on the coverage. I don't know his name. Thank God they don't pay me to try to keep a hold of these names. And an awkward snap. They hand it off to Najee. Najee's going to, or excuse me, that's Jalen Warren. And Warren's is going to go run it to his left, and he's going to get maybe 3 yards. Third down 7. Kenny with shotgun, sidecar left, banana bunch right. From their own 28. Takes the snap. Kenny drops back. He looks to his left, looks middle. He's going to fire deep down the middle to the left. And that is caught. That is Tame Calvin Austin III. And he's gone. Touchdown Pittsburgh. And, oh, wait. Laundry. There's a flag. There's a flag. Is that on us? Oh, hold it on the Raiders. Forget that. Calvin Austin III was open down the middle. Good job by Jalen Warren with the block up the middle. He was just wide open. They didn't cover the middle. That middle was not covered well. And Austin was gone. See, I'm okay with trying to chuck one down the middle to Austin. Boswell's extra point is up and good. So instead of a 3 and out, we got a 3 and score, which I'm okay with. Oh, gee. Again, Kenny just stood in the pocket and he took a hit after. Again, good job by Jalen Warren to give. Good job by everybody on the front, just in general. But I feel like Warren's block there up the middle there was real key for Kenny to get that. You get that big swing in there. They had 4 touchdowns scored of 20-plus yards last year. That was probably by far fewest in the NFL. So far, they have 2 this year. Last week, they got Pickens from 71 yards out, and tonight they got Austin from 72 yards out. And we're tied at 7 with 6:12 left in the opening frame as the kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. No shock. Last drive, Garoppolo went 4 for 4 for 73 with that 32-yard dime to Devontae Adams. Faked the hand up to Jacobs here. Garoppolo dropped back, and TJ Watt was there with a sack. That is sack number 5 of the year for TJ. Yeah, that play was broken from the get-go. He tried to play action to Jacobs, and TJ, and by the time Garoppolo got set, TJ was right there on him. And he lost 8 yards on that one, so it'll be 2nd and 18 from their own 17. Shotgun sidecar left. Garoppolo drops back. He looks. Fires down middle. The pass is going to be somehow caught by Jacoby Myers. And he got more, because there was some definite traffic in that one. I don't know how he threaded that one. But it's not a first down, but he did get much of the sack yardage back. I think he got to about their own 29, so it's going to be about 3rd and 6 or 5 or 6-ish. They're going to say 3rd and 5. Under 5 to go. Garoppolo again, shotgun, sidecar left. He looks to his left. He's going to fire to the left sideline. That pass is going to be off target. That one was intended for Amir Abdullah, I believe that was, number 22. And so the Raiders go 3 and out. I think Garoppolo probably wanted to get rid of that ball a little later than what he wanted to. As the punt is away, Austin's going to take the punt. He's going to catch it at his own 20. He's going to run to his left to get to the 25. And he's going to be tackled down at the 25-yard line. Only got about 5 yards on that return. With 4.5 left in the opening frame. And the score remains 7-7. One guy's like, we can throw that ball deep? Well, apparently we can. You got Harris in fantasy? I've drafted him in many of my fantasy leagues, and right now I'm regretting it probably as much as you are. DDE. Showing the Tostitos and Lay's commercials with Jerry Rice, Dan Marino, and all those guys at their age now. Evan Smith's like, never mind, we're too old for this shit. They're like Danny Glover. They're like, we're too old for this shit. We're just gonna sit here and eat our chips and just watch the game. We did our services. We got our gold jackets. Sometimes these commercials can be really funny, though. T.J. Watt led the NFL in QB hits and sacks since he got in the league. .82.5 sacks. TJ's only been in the league, like, what, 6 years, 7 years? Wasn't that long ago we drafted him. At least it doesn't feel like it. Kenny Logan shotgun from his own 25. Now brings a sidecar to his right, and Connor Hayward. Cam Hayward's out. Okay, looks, he's going to fire the passes. Oh, it should have been a pick six! Bad miscommunication between Pickett and Hayward. And 24 for the Raiders, who let that long touchdown go to Austin, should have had one of his own. I mean, bad miscommunication. I can't tell who that was. I think it's Marcus Peters. I'm not that familiar with other teams' rosters. Yeah, it's Marcus Peters. But, oh my goodness, 32 interceptions, most in the NFL since 2015, I think they said. He should have 33 and a touchdown. Kenny with a hand up to Najee up the middle on 2nd and 10, and he's going to get 2 at the most. It'll be 3rd and 8. Great googly moogly. What happened with that? I mean, okay, first of all, where's that 4-leaf clover at that we apparently have? Because it should be 14-7 Raiders right now. Anyway, 3rd and 8, under 4 to go. Warren's going to motion back to Kenny's right in shotgun. Kenny takes a snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to fire down the middle. The pass is caught for a first down to the 38. Gets back up to the 39. That's George Pickens, and he's going to be tackled at the 40-yard line for a Steelers first down. Our first down of the night. Unless you count touchdowns as a first down. Just a post pattern in the middle, and Kenny took a hit. Kenny's it seems like the passes Kenny's completing, he's ended up getting hit for it. 3 minutes to go, 1st and 10 from their own 40. Delayed hand off to Najee. Najee is going to he's going to lose a yard. Man, we just cannot run the damn ball. We just can't run the damn ball. It's like no matter what kind of formation we're trying to give Najee the ball, it's not working. They're different it's not like, they're running the same play with Najee all the time. They're doing different stuff. It's not going. 2nd down 10. Kenny alone in shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to his right. He's going to fire to his right. The pass is caught by Robinson at the 42, and he's going to spring forward to the 45, and it'll be about 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line. Again, Max Crosby there trying to get some pressure in there on Kenny, and good job at Robinson to fight for a few extra yards there to make it 3rd, and now they're saying 3rd and 4. They need midfield for a first. Kenny alone at shotgun sidecar right. Looks to his left. He takes the snap. He looks. And Max Crosby's got him for a sack. And even TJ Watt's going, okay. Because like I said, Max Crosby is the Raiders' version of TJ. I mean, we talk about edge rushers in the league here with like TJ and Micah Parsons and Myles Garrett. Max Crosby should be up there on that list. It's 4th and 11. Hartman's got to take the punt. And he boots it, and it's a little short, but it takes a bounce. Reasonable bounce, and it's going to bounce inside the 15, and it's going to stay put at the 14-yard line, and that's where the Raiders will start with just under a minute to go in the first. So each side has a sack, and they're both from each defense has a sack, and it's come from their playmakers in Crosby and Watt. We only have 18 yards rushing, but it's a pretty even game here. It's so far. I mean, the yards are equal, even though most of our yards came from that one play to Austin for a touchdown. Garoppolo takes the snap. He's going to make a draw play to Jacobs up the middle, and Jacobs is going to get maybe 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And I imagine this upcoming play will be the last one. Oh, jeez, he had -2 yards last week. Quick snap and a quick throw to Devontae Adams. The pass is caught, and Wallace shoves him out of bounds just shy of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 1, and we're going to see if the Raiders want to run one more play before the quarter ends if they want to. It looks like that's going to be no. And I'm showing Cameron Hayward. He's out. He's on injured reserve with a groin injury that he suffered in opening day. So 1 quarter complete. Went much faster than the last one did. And your score, the Steelers 7, the Raiders 7. Thoughts so far? Run defense is looking a little better than what it has the last couple weeks. We only allowed 10 yards so far against last year's NFL rushing leader. So I'd say that's a reasonable start as far as the run defense is concerned. Pass defense, can we cover Devontae Adams? Can we double cover him? I mean, Jacoby Myers is okay, but it's not like he's not like with San Fran where they had Brandon Ayuk and Debo Samuel and add George Kittle to that just for good measure. Raiders Raiders wide receiver core is not as stacked as what the 49ers were. I think you can get away with double covering Devontae Adams a few times. And I think Devontae has four or five catches already? They haven't shown a stat line yet. I imagine he's up in the four catches for, I don't know, 60 some odd yards in a score. This second beer here, I might as well open that. It'll be third and a short one here to open the second frame. From their own 22 and a half. Garoppolo shotgun sidecar left. Takes a snap, looks to his right. The pass is caught. It's Devontae Adams again. That's going to be a first down inside here to about the 29-yard line. So just a quick crossing route to Adams. Or no, he ran a sluggo. And that was Fitzpatrick there on the coverage. So he's 6 catches, 78 yards already. And draw play to Adams. He barrels his way through for a couple more yards. After first contact, he gains about 6 or 7 yards. They had Melissa there on the reporting on something. I was trying to see if there was like an injury that I didn't see. Second down 4 from their own 35. They need the 39 for a first. Pitch to Jacobs. Avoids contact breaks the first tackle and dives forward. He gets about 2 yards, so it's going to be a third and a short 2. Now they're going to say it's going to be third and 1. Jacobs so far, six rushes, only 19 yards. As stated before, Jacobs is struggling to find his footing after such a great year a year ago. Third and 1. Garoppolo takes a snap. He looks to his left. Now looks middle. He scrambles to his left. He's going to fire, and the pass is caught. Again, it's Devontae Adams, and it's another first down inside Steelers territory to the Steelers' 42-yard line. And oh my God, can we fucking get rid of Devontae? I mean, geez. I mean, good job by Garoppolo to scramble and to scramble away. But oh my God, I mean, we need to. Can we put 2 on Devontae? He's already got 7 for 97. Garoppolo takes a snap on shotgun. He's going to bomb one up the. Here downfield, it was intended for Jacoby Myers, and there's a flag. Oh my God, are they going to call Minka Fitzpatrick for pass interference? Myers threw his hands up in the air like, where was the interference? And apparently he got the call. And it's going to be first and goal. No, they picked up the flag. No, they're saying no. Never mind. They picked up the flag. It's gonna be 2nd down 10 from the Steeler 42. I thought they were gonna call PI because the flag was down, but they picked it up. Actually, it's gonna be a 43-yard line. 12:27 to go in the second. Garoppolo looks, fires down the middle. Intercepted! Levi Wallace! Levi, about time you did something. Jesus Christ, you've been getting burned by Adams so far all night. That one was intended for Michael Mayer, number 87. And Wallace just stepped in front of that, and it was not even a good decision to throw that ball to Garoppolo in the first place. Because the coverage was well there. See if we can turn that into something. Sorry that, yeah. Sorry, my compliments to the chef on the fart. Okay. I believe that was the 30-yard line that Levi Wallace picked that ball off. That's crucial because the Raiders were freaking driving big time on us, too. And it looked like it was going to be 1st and goal. It looked like they were going to call PI, but they picked up that flag. And then right after, Garoppolo throws an interception. So that was a reasonable swing right there. Yeah, what went wrong with that one? I mean, he was facing pressure from TJ there. It was all around great coverage by the Steelers on that one, finally. Okay, takes a shotgun snap. He rolls left. He throws the pass. It's caught. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he's going to get to the 40 to the 45, and that's a Steeler first down. First time hearing Freiermuth's name all night. He was mostly quiet last week. Kenny 4 for 8, 105 in that touchdown. Most of it from said touchdown from 72 out to Austin. And speaking of Austin, he's going to take a screen pass, and then he's going to get met at the line of scrimmage. And he got probably nothing. I guess it was Divine Diablo there on the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 10. By the way, Diablo is not spelled how Spanish version is. It's Deablo. Oh, Austin took a hit. That's a clean hit, mind you. 2nd and 10, Kenny under center. Hand off to Najee. Najee spin was at the 50. He's going to try to spring forward, and he's going to get to about the Raider 47 for about an 7 or 8 yard gain. So it'll be third and short coming up. Crosby in there on the tackle. It does feel weird that I'm here that a Pittsburgh guy is talking about a guy named Crosby, and Crosby's not on the Pittsburgh team. Yeah, that's the other sport. And a timeout called with 10.5 to go. That was a timeout was called by the Steelers. Speaking of that, I should erase these marks. They gave him 9 yards, so now it's a third and I would say a third and long one. Najee on the sidelines. Looks like Warren's gonna be the back out there. Okay, under center with Warren in the backfield. And Kenny's going to sneak it forward, and he's going to get the first down. Needed the one, he got the one, but now there's a flag down. Is this going to be a legal motion because Robinson was on the move? Or are they going to flag Robinson for the shove? Oh, they got Max Crosby for unnecessary roughness. Wow. I mean, pulling a guy off the pile. I'm not even sure if I guess they do call that personal foul. I guess. That's sort of new to me. Wasn't that rough. It was just pulling a guy off the pile. 10 minutes to go here. Now the Steelers are in field goal range at the 30. They give a handoff. That's to Jalen Warren to the 25 to maybe the 24 for about a 5 or 6 yard gain. Decent blocking up front to get the 5 or 6 yards. Steelers rushing it has rushed it 10 times and only gotten 35 yards so far. And the handoff is to Warren again. And Warren's gonna get hit. He's gonna lose yards. He's gonna lose 2 yards. Raiders read that one well, and they penetrated the trenches on that one, and Warren lost 2 yards. So now it's 3rd and 6. The Steelers need the 19 for a first down. At the 25, Kenny shotgun, sidecar right. Kenny takes a snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to throw, and the pass is going to be incomplete. It was intended for Austin. Austin wants a flag, but there's nothing doing on that one. Hobbs there on the coverage. So it's going to be 4th and 6, and I imagine this is going to be Chris Boswell coming out for a 42-yard field goal. I mean, yeah, there was a little grab, but at the same time, they're both hand fighting. Boswell was 2 of 2 yet last week. From 43 in the middle hash, that one's up. And that's right down Broadway. Yeah, it's good. 8:33 to go in the second, and the Steelers have their first lead of the night. So that was an okay drive. I like. They did some. They did some good. Time out. Try again. Take two. Sorry, I stutter. But at any rate, they did some good things on that drive there. I mean, but basically, what helped that drive was that personal foul by Max Crosby. Farwood did get a nice catch for 15 yards. Got a few decent runs in there, too. I mean, a reasonable drive is a lot better than the first couple we had before that, or the first couple we had before Austin's touchdown. I mean, shit, I'm just liking that this game's going much faster than what last week's did, because Jesus Christ, it was damn near midnight when that game ended. Amazon Prime showing the next preview, a little promo for next Thursday, which, as stated before, that's going to be the Lions and the Packers. That is going to be fun. I don't have Amazon Prime. I'll just watch Tom Grossi stream. I mean, Tom Grossi's killing it. He's going to have 1 million subscribers within 2 years. He's at 500,000 now. He'll have 1 million probably before the 25 season. At the rate he's going. Kickoff is away, and that's going to go through the end zone like all the others have. Showing all the Devontae Adams highlights and against zone coverage. And Devontae Adams versus man coverage has been just as bad. But again, Devontae Adams is a top 5 wide receiver, so should we expect that? I guess so. Garoppolo under center with Jacobs in the backfield and handed to Jacobs. And Jacobs is going to get hit. He's going to lose a couple yards. That is Cole Holcomb there with the initial hit. And so it's going to be second and about 12. Cole Holcomb, our acquisition, our free agent acquisition after being released by the Washington Commanders. I almost said the other thing. I guess they gave him 4 progress on the yards, so second and 11. Garoppolo takes a shotgun. He's got a fire to the right, or fire to his left. The pass is going to be incomplete. That was intended for Devontae Adams. Wallace there in the coverage here, and I think Fitzpatrick came in for the help. I think Adams did get his hands on it, but I think Wallace pried it away. I'll just show this in the replay here. Oh, no, it looks like just Wallace got his hands in there. Yep, he got his hands in there. Now they're showing the split screen with Watt and Highsmith, our 2 pass rushers. 3rd and 11, 7:53 to go. Raiders at their own 24. They need the 35 for a first down. And a shotgun. And it looks like, the Raiders got flagged down. It looks like delay a game. And it is. Delay a game. Now at 3rd and 11, turned into 3rd and 16. And this is usually where, if he was still alive, this is where my dad would say, 3rd and long, the Steelers will find a way to give this up. I can sense that energy right now. Is him saying, 3rd and long, they're going to give it up. 3rd and 16 from their own 19. Garoppolo's shotgun. They need the 35 for a first. He takes the snap. Looks, he's going to just fire one down the middle. The pass is caught. And it's going to be short of a first down, though. That was Amir Abdul. He got to the 31. He's going to be 4 yards shy of a first down. It's going to be 4th and 4. So the defense comes through again with another 3 and out. I believe that's the 3rd one they've gotten tonight. So the Raiders are hindered by that first down run stop on Jacobs, and the delay of game didn't help. Here's the punt, and the punt is away. Austin is going to call for a fair catch, and he catches it at the 22-yard line, and that's where the Steelers will start with 7:04 to go in the second quarter with a 10-7 lead. I don't know if you can't see the big numbers. I think you can see the big numbers there, but yeah, my lighting ain't that great here, and I'm not like one of those professional YouTubers that have like these light fixtures or here. I don't even have a PC. This is literally, this stream is being done on my tablet. Kind of a broke stream, you know what I mean? Like, Levi Wallace did some positive miracles happen. Yeah, I guess they can. Well, the Steelers didn't give up that third down. If it was 3rd and 11, they would have given that up because that was a 12-yard gain. As they're showing tomorrow, the Eagles against the Buccaneers, a battle of 2-0 teams. That's going to be an interesting one to watch. Rams and Bengals. Bengals try to keep their season alive. Right now, they're in some serious stuff. They're in some serious shit. They're sitting at 2-0, and they might not even have Joe Burrow tomorrow. They called up A.J. McCarron, who was the backup for Andy Dalton for a time. A.J. McCarron, the former Alabama quarterback. I do believe that for the Bengals tomorrow, that is a must-win for them. But the problem is your guy got to be there? Those calf strains aren't easy to come back from. It takes time. Steelers start from the 23-yard line here. The handoff. Nope, they fake the handoff in a bootleg left there. Kenny's going to fire. The pass is caught. But was he in bounds? Yes, he was. That was George Pickens at the 36-yard line for a gain of 13. Fake the handoff to Najee, and here Kenny ran a bootleg left and managed to find Pickens, and Pickens somehow managed to get his feet in. First and 10 from the 30, from the 36, hand off to Najee, and Najee's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 36. Yeah, according to the next, they're showing according to the next gen stats, way under the what they were expected out of him. Kenny takes a shotgun snap, fires to his left. The pass was intended for George Pickens, but it was broken up by number 0 for the Raiders, Bennett. And it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 5:50 to go in the second. It was on target, but a good job by Bennett to pry it loose right as he got a hold of it. Kenny shotgun, sidecar left on 3rd and 10. They need their own 46 for a first. Kenny takes a snap, looks left. He's going to fire left. The pass is going to be incomplete. And there's the flag that was intended for Austin, and the flag's going to fly there on Bennett. That's going to be pass interference and an automatic first down. Or are they calling holding on him? Either way, that's going to be a first. Nope, they're calling pass interference. That one intended for Calvin Austin. And the rookie Bennett gets caught with a flag, the 4th round selection out of Maryland. First and 10 inside the Raiders 48. They draw hand up to Jalen Warren. And Warren's going to get up the middle to over the 40 to the 37. That's a first down. And so far, the biggest run of the night for the Steelers from Jalen Warren. Needed 10, he got 11. Kenny shotgun, sidecar left. Takes the snap. Fires to his right. The pass is caught by Allen Robinson. Robinson's going to get forward progress to about the 33 for a 4-yard gain. Showing Marcus Peters, number 24, All-Pro selection twice. Formula of the Ravens. Draw hand up to Najee up the middle, and Najee is going to get maybe 2 to about the 31-ish. And it's going to be 3rd and, we're going to call it 3rd and maybe 4 or 5. And I'm going to say 3rd and 4 with 4:16 left here in the second. Can't take a sack here. Kenny shotgun, sidecar left here. Kenny looks, flag down, and Kenny's going to run. He's going to run for the first down, the 25 to the 20, to the 15 to the 10. He's going to run out of bounds at about the 4-yard line, but a flag is down, and that is probably going to come back. I think that's going to be holding on us. Saw the flag go in the air right before Kenny started running. I think that's going to be on us. I think that's a hold. Because usually when it comes to plays like that, it usually ends up being a hold. Oh, it's a legal shift. Legal shift, and it's on Pickens. Oh, great googly moogly. Kenny making something out of nothing. Yeah. So instead of 1st and goal at the 4, it's now 3rd and 9 from the 36. Kenny again, shotgun, sidecar left. He's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's looking. He gets away from a tackle. He's going to run again, and this time he's going to run for the first down, and this time it will count. He runs out of bounds at about the 36-yard line, or excuse me, the 26-yard line, as number 51 for the Raiders is down. Kenny managed to avoid the sack, and he saw open field to his left, and he ran for it, and he got the first down. Needed 9, he got 10. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the 25-yard line once number 51 is attended to. And 51 was the one that Kenny managed to get away from. And 51 is up and jogging off on his own power as Malcolm Canute. I can't pronounce his name. This is the problem with not having the audio on the television. You don't know how to pronounce names. Anyway, first and 10 from the Raider 26 Steelers, and here in the delayed handoff to Najee Harris, and Najee's going to lose. That play was broken from the get-go, and Najee lost 3 or 4 yards on that one. Even Tomlin's shaking his head about that. Marcus Peters in on the tackle, came in untouched. Everyone shifted left, and Marcus Peters was right there, pretty much free and clear. 2nd and 14 from the 30. Kenny alone in shotgun. Kenny looks right. He's just got to throw that away. Connor Hayward was in the vicinity. I don't think this is intentional grounding. Max Crosby yet again on the here, making things hectic for Kenny Pickett. Third and 14 from the 30. It'd be a 47-yard field goal if the Seahawks don't go anywhere from there. Shotgun, sidecar to the right. And they draw a handoff. I believe that was to Warren, and then Warren's just going to run, try to make the field goal a little closer, and he gets about, let's say 7 yards, I think, on that. It'll be 4th down, and here comes Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Number 1 for the Raiders, Epps there on the tackle. And we have reached the 2-minute warning in the second quarter as well. Yeah, we had a good drive going. Just an illegal shift penalty on Pickens took away what would have been a 1st and goal opportunity. And then Kenny did run it again. He did get the first down that time, and then immediately after, just a busted up play to Najee that lost 4 yards, and the Steelers couldn't do anything after that. So I kind of look at that as a missed opportunity. A couple of things that went against. I mean, that was a legal shift against Pickens. Just dang, if they didn't have that, if that didn't happen, then we had first and goal at the 4. It was a great play by Kenny too. It was a great job to avoid the sack, and he found that. Here, found the running room. Showing the Visa have to again. Miami dropped 70 points. When was the last time 70 points was scored in an NFL game? I mean, that's not the record. 73 is the record. Boswell in for the try this extra point. Try this field goal from 42 yards out. Made one from 43 earlier. From the right hash, Boswell gets it up, and it's right down Broadway, and it's good. So the Steelers get another decent drive going. Could have gotten more, but a couple of things stalled that out. But did manage to get 3 points off Chris Bosworth. And the Steelers extend their lead, actually double their lead from 3 to 6 at now 13 to 7. And we'll see if the Garoppolo and the Raiders can muster in a drive before the first half is over. Boswell with a kickoff, and I imagine this will be yet another touchback, and of course it is. And the Raiders will start from the 25-yard line, their own 25. First and 10, Jimmy and Garoppolo shotgun, sidecar left. And the handoff to Jacobs. He goes up the middle for maybe a 4-yard gain. Raiders still have 2 timeouts. Clock ticking, 1:42 and going. Garoppolo again, shotgun, sidecar right. On the hurry up. Looks to his right, fires, the pass is caught. Jacoby Myers down to the 42. That's a first down. And the clock continues to roll at 1:28. And the Raiders again on the hurry up. Again, shotgun, sidecar to the left this time. Garoppolo takes a snap. He looks. Scrambling a little, then just decides to throw a check down to Jacobs for about a 5-yard gain. It'd be 2nd and 5 from their own 47 with 1 minute now left in the clock. Again on the hurry up. Garoppolo takes a snap. He looks. He's going to fire a little deep to the left, and he throws it over everyone's head. That was intended for Devontae Adams. So 52 seconds left, and it's now going to be 3rd and 4. Wallace and Fitzpatrick there on the coverage. Shotgun there, 3rd and 4 from their own 47. Takes the snap. He looks. Watt's up. He's under pressure, and TJ Watt's got him. And the ball is pried loose, but I think they got him down before the ball was pried away by DeMarvin Leal. And Garoppolo actually he got hurt on that one. He got hurt, and he's having trouble getting back to the sideline here. His legs got twisted up there. TJ Watt was in there on the sack. And I believe they whistled forward progress dead before the ball was ripped away. And yeah, that ankle got the ankle got twisted a bit. And they charged keep in mind they charged a timeout was called, but they charged the Raiders the timeout because of an injury. So 47 seconds left. The Steelers will get the ball back. Raiders in punt formation. And they get the punt away. And it's going to go through the end zone for a touchback with 38 seconds left. So the Steelers will start from their own 20. And we'll find out later if Garoppolo is okay. That was not the best of... it was a rough sack that he took there. TJ Watt there again on the sack. His second of the night. 6th of the year. So the Steelers hold off the Raiders from getting a 2-minute drive going. Raiders got to about midfield and could go no further. Yeah, he's going to need to get look. No reason to have him out there now. They get him in there right now and to get him looked at. And a quick draw handoff to Najee up the middle. And Najee's got to spring forward for 5 yards. And the clock is continuing to run, and they're not calling a timeout. They're not even hurrying it up. They're just letting this clock die down. I mean, you had 2 timeouts. I don't know why the heck you just got to let the clock die like that. I mean, and they're just going to let it just... I mean, if you're just going to let it take it to halftime, then just let them take a damn knee. Instead of letting Najee get a chance of getting hurt. I don't understand that. Like what? And the Raiders are going to get the ball to start the second half. That's why I thought, why didn't you try something? You had 38 seconds with 2 timeouts. You could have done something. I mean, I don't get that. Like, I get it, 38 seconds is not a lot of time, but again, you had 2 timeouts. I'm not crazy about how that half ended. Offensively, I mean, it was just a simple draw handoff to Najee, and they just let the clock die from there. I'm like, but at any rate, it's 13-7 Steelers at the half. I mean that. Yeah, I mean I don't get that one. That was a 38 seconds, and I get you're at your own 20. I mean you can make stuff happen in 38 seconds with 2 timeouts. And if Boswell has a good enough leg, he can kick a 55 in a dome. So, and maybe I'm being a little nitpicky, a tad on that. I don't know. I mean, you're only up 6, and the Raiders, you get the ball first to start the third. All it takes is one big play out of them, and they have the lead on us. Like we had that one big play with Austin. Our running game still isn't really just established. Our biggest run was from Kenny, and I had to get called back because of Pickens being in an illegal shift. Finish this off. So at any rate, let's take a quick look at preview for week 4 coming up next weekend. While I switch this, I'll put the stickers back. So as I stated before, this matchup right here, Detroit and Green Bay, that's gonna be a really fun matchup next Thursday. Who I got in that one? Whew. You're gonna have to tell me if Aaron Jones or David Bakhtiari and Christian Watson if they're going to be available. To me, that's the key. If those 3 guys for Green Bay are available, then I might pick Green Bay. But other than that, I would give a slight edge to Detroit. Atlanta, Jacksonville. That's a strange game to dial in because, Jacksonville looked way off today against Houston. And now they got to travel to London along with Atlanta, who Atlanta was coming off their own dismal performance offensively. Here, so that's going to be an odd game to dissect. I'm feeling with the London trip. I imagine I think Atlanta and Jacksonville is looking like probably a 20-17 type deal, and I'll give it to Jacksonville on that one. Miami and Buffalo next week. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the game of the week. 2 very high-powered offenses with 2 very respectable defenses. The 3 games they had last year, they were all pretty darn good games, even though the wild card game between Buffalo and Miami didn't have Tua. But still, Miami dang near won that game, kicking and screaming. So I imagine this upcoming game here at Buffalo is going to be just as entertaining as the last 3 games were. As far as who would win, I would go with Buffalo. I would go Buffalo with the only factor is not just because it's at home, but I feel like Buffalo's defense is just a little better than Miami. Miami's pretty good at defense, but I think Buffalo's is a little better. So I feel like it's going to be like a 31-28 type deal with these 2, and Buffalo is going to be the 31. Baltimore, Cleveland, that's going to be, I think, a big defensive battle there between those 2 teams. As far as who would win that one, wow. Deshaun Watson played a little better than what he did did last week. So I mean, I don't know how the Ravens lost to the Colts today, but I guess because it is in Cleveland, I'll give a slight edge to Cleveland. Myles Garrett had a monster day today. Um, I'll give a slight edge to Cleveland on this one just because it's at Cleveland. But that's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be a really fun game between those two. Tampa and New Orleans. Tampa, we don't know if they're gonna be 3-0 or 2-1 yet. 2-1 yet. Um, I'm just going by if I'm assuming Tampa gets to New Orleans relatively injury free. Um, Another interesting one. New Orleans is not. New Orleans may not have Derek Carr. We don't know exactly the status of him yet. I imagine he probably won't be there. I imagine Jameis Winston's going to get that start. Oh boy, Tampa's weird. Tampa's weird. Don't know where you're going to see out of them. Baker Mayfield playing better than what he definitely playing good, but Tampa's a hard team to dial in because the two teams they've beaten are combined 0-6. So they'll be tested tomorrow, and I imagine they'll be tested again against the tough defense in New Orleans. I'll give a slight edge to New Orleans there, even though I don't know if Derek Carr is going to be there. I doubt it. I imagine it's going to be Winston. I mean, maybe Tampa. It's going to be like a field goal game, I imagine, with these two. Washington, Philly. I think as long as Philly handles their business with Tampa, and they again stay injury free, and Jalen's okay, and like their wideouts are okay, and basically their main guys are okay, then they'll be okay with Washington. Even though the last time Washington played at Philly, Washington beat them on Monday night. But I think it'll be different this time around. I think Philly will take care of it. Even if they come up with a loss, I think Philly will still take care of it because they're going to be pissed off. I still got Philly winning that one by probably at least 10, if not more. Cincy, Tennessee. You're going to have to ask me on Tuesday about that game there. Because A, we don't know if Joe Burrow is going to go tomorrow. And B, I mean, Cincinnati's is in deep shit. They're 0-2, staring at 0-3, and they may not have their star quarterback tomorrow. And then you're coming off, and if they were to have all those things and they ended up 0-3, then you have to travel to Tennessee, who's coming off a dismal performance on the road against Cleveland, so you know Tennessee's going to be pissed off. Again, you have to ask me on Tuesday that one. I would go with maybe Cincinnati shooting from the hip, but again, I need more information. Pittsburgh and Houston. Classic trap game here, I think, for the Steelers. I mean, this is one of those games that you look at and going, well, the Steelers should win that, but at the same time, it's a road game against the team. You know, playing down to their opponent and all that stuff. Houston looked pretty good on the road against Jacksonville on all three aspects. Facing a rookie QB. I have the words for the, again, that keyword trap game. The keyword's trap game. I don't know. Well, we don't know if we're even going to be if we're going to be 2-1 or 1-2 going off that. Definitely rather be 2-1 going into that game against Houston, especially when you're looking at that division matchup up there with Baltimore and Cleveland and seeing you definitely want to keep pace. But that's a wait and see on that one. I imagine that's one I want. You want to pick the Steelers, but at the same time, you're looking at it going, "This is a class. This is a definition of a trap game." And then you have the first of two tank bowls. You got the Minnesota Vikings at 0-3, where even though all three of their losses were one-score losses, which last year they were winning all those one-possession games. Now they've lost all three of them. Against Carolina, who probably won't have Bryce. Chances are may not have Bryce Young next week. It may be Andy Dalton again starting next week. But, yeah. That's a game where they're not trying to save their season. They just want to get a win just so they can. They just want to get a win. Rams, Colts. Rams are an odd team to gauge. So are the Colts. That one you can flip a coin. I'll just say Colts because it's at Indy. Tank Bowl 2, Denver and the two teams that are having the worst seasons are playing each other. Holy God. Denver and... You know what? Flip a coin. I'll just say Denver because I think they have more on their roster. Okay, second half starting here. It took longer than I thought. But it didn't as long. And what the heck is up with the fun? What the heck fireworks should they have going on in there? And the kickoff here was a touchback. First and 10, the Raiders have the ball at their own 25. Garoppolo, shotgun, sidecar right. And Highsmith in on the rush, and he had to hurry up and throw that away, and it was almost caught by Jacoby Myers for a first down. Highsmith came in on the rush, and he was basically untouched. Yeah, Miller, their left tackle here, had a late start to that snap, and Highsmith took full advantage of that. Second down 10, shotgun sidecar left this time. Takes the snap, drops back. Jimmy looks to his left. He looks, fires it over deep down the middle. The pass is going to be incomplete. Was batted down. Now there's a flag down, a late flag. Or what was that? Well, actually, it wasn't that late. Might be holding on the Steelers. I don't think it's pass interference. I think it was a hold, or maybe illegal contact. Oh, did they pick that up? Oh, the hit was clean. He lowered the shoulder and he hit Devontae Adams in the arms. Adams had it in his hands, and then Holcomb knocked it out with the here with his arm. But they picked up the flag. They said it wasn't a defenseless receiver. So it's 3rd and 10. Would have been about a 25-yard gain if Adams held onto it. Garoppolo again takes the snap. He looks. Fires it, and it's caught by, it looks like, Hunter Renfrow, and he's going to be at about 3 yards shy of a first down. So Steelers defense forcing a 3 and out to start the third quarter. And the punt is away. Austin. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to bounce out of bounds. It's a very good punt. I believe it bounced inside the 15-yard line, and that's where the Steelers will start with under 14 to go in the third. No, actually, it's actually inside the 10. So the Steelers will start from their own 9. Shotgun, sidecar left. Kenny takes the snap. And he'll look and look. Scrambles to his right. Still scrambling. He's going to fire. The pass is, looks like that's caught by Robinson. And Robinson gets to about the 17 for about a 7 or 8 yard gain. It'll be about 2nd down and 2. And the draw handoff on shotgun here is to Najee Harris. And Najee's going to get to about the 20 to the 21. That's a first down for the Steelers. He needed 2 yards. He got about 4. First and 10 from their own 21. Kenny again shotgun with a sidecar right this time. Looks, scrambles to his right a little bit. The pass is thrown, and it's going to be incomplete. That was threw it deep, and he was intended for Calvin Austin here, but it was off target. And again, Max Crosby was in there on the hurry. It's about the 4th or 5th time that Kenny's gotten hit. And probably, I think all of them have been by Max Crosby. Second and 10. Shotgun handoff to Najee. Najee runs to his left, and he's going to burrow his way through for about a 5 yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 5. Twelve minutes to go in the third. Kenny alone now motions the sidecar to his left. Takes the snap, drops back. He looks to his left, now looks right. The pass is caught. That is kicked. George Pickens to the 40, 45, 50. Down to the 45 and pushed out of bounds at the 45 of the Raiders. Whew. Big crossing route. Withstood the pressure from Crosby. He was able to he was able to find George Pickens. Needed only 4 yards. He got a ton. And the Steelers are now in Raiders territory. At 1st and 10 at the 42 of the Raiders. Play action to Najee, and instead he's going to throw. Oh, excuse me, that was Jalen Warren, and Warren's going to take a screen pass. He's going to be met and tackled after a 2 yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 2 at the 40. And Crosby got shaken up a bit on that here in that long pass play. and he's back in there. He only took one play off. Second down and 8. Shotgun handoff to Najee. Najee's trying to bounce his way forward, and he got maybe a yard, if that. And again, that's Max. And again, that's Crosby there on the here involved in that. It's gonna be third and about, we'll call it 7. With under 10 minutes to go in the third. This would be about a 56-yard field goal if they so desire to try that if they don't get any further. Third and 7, Kenny shotgun, sidecar left. Kenny looks, he drops back, he looks, he scrambles to his right, he's just going to throw it into the bleachers. And that'll bring up 4th and 7. And are they going to bring Harbin on the punt, or are they going to bring in Boswell to try and see if he can kick a 56-yard field goal? I think he can. In a dome, I think you can manage a 56. Boswell, I think, has that kind of leg. But then again, you're risking giving the Raiders good field position if he misses. No, they're going to try it. From 57, snap, hold, kick is up. It's straight enough. Did he get the leg for it? Yes, he did. He got it. Woo! Boz with that leg. Dang. He had plenty of leg. Hey, Matt, you might want to make a note that if it were to ask for 60 yards, I think he could try that. Kick the piss out of that one. So Boswell 3 for 3 tonight on field goals, and right now that is the difference in the ball game. We're still struggling to get that running game going, but it's baby steps. I mean, basically that drive was set up by that big play by George Pickens. I think it was, about a 33-yard gain that was. Couldn't do anything after that, but we did get close enough for Boswell to try that field goal, and he got it. So we'll definitely take that. We'll definitely take the 2-possession lead. I imagine the Raiders are going to be like, okay, look, we have Devontae Adams. Let's get him the damn ball. I mean, he has been burning our secondary for much of the night. I mean, it's not like for lack of trying. I mean, the last few that they've given to have been knocked out of his hands, especially the hit by Holcomb. But a lot of Steeler fans in the crowd tonight here in Las Vegas. Seen that lately with a lot of fan bases as that kickoff goes through the end zone for a touchback. We saw Dallas and Arizona, a lot of Cowboy fans there. Even saw in the Steelers home opener, there were a lot of 49er fans there at Heinz. A lot of Detroit fans in Kansas City for the opener. So there's definitely the fans are definitely traveling well this year. Raiders 1st and 10 from their own 25. Garoppolo under center. Motions a couple guys, and they hand it to Jacobs to the left. Jacobs is going to burrow his way through for about a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5 from their own 30. Well, I guess talking about JJ saying that TJ is the best defensive player in the planet. There's definitely Micah Parsons has arguments. Draw a hand off to Jacobs up the middle. He's going to burrow his way through for about, we're going to say 3.5 ish. It'll be 3rd and a long 1. Real quick, the Raiders will travel a little ways west to Los Angeles to play the division rival Chargers. A battle for what would be second place for the time being in the AFC West. 3rd and a long 1. Garoppolo under center. Quick pass to Devontae as the pass is caught to the 40 to the 45. He's crossed midfield. He's tackled inside the Steelers 47. And that was what I was talking about before this drive started here. It was like, okay, Devontae Adams, you got to give him the ball. And that's what they did there. He only needed a couple of yards here, but they said, screw the couple of yards. We need to give Devontae the damn ball. It's just a quick slant pattern. Those are tough to defend, especially against that receiver. 8 catches for 115 and a score, which is where most of Garoppolo's yards have come from. Fakes the handoff on play action here, and instead he's going to throw, and it's just going to be at the feet of Jacobs on a screen or on a check down, whichever those are called. But nonetheless, if falls incomplete, it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Steelers 47. Yeah. Showing the replay, you see Jimmy turns his eyes to his right. He's like, shit, there's TJ. Makes the handoff again here on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo has all time to throw here, and this time TJ does get in his face. Fires to the air, intercepted! It is Patrick Peterson. He gets the interception. Bad throw, TJ Watt got in his face. Patrick Peterson intercepts it. Steelers will start at about their own 20 as Patrick Peterson and his defense here celebrate. Looks like they were trying to do a breaststroke in the end zone. So for the second time tonight, Raiders got a little something going, got inside Steelers territory, and again a bad throw. And this one was worse than the other one. But again, credit TJ Watt because he was right in Jimmy Garoppolo's face when he got rid of it. He had all day to throw, and then TJ finally got to him. And Jimmy just heard that throw, and I think he had to see that replay again. I don't know if he went back foot off that throw. But it was basically a gift to Patrick Peterson there. So the Steelers in the turnover column, they are +2 tonight with the 2 interceptions. First one by Levi Wallace. I'm trying to remember if that led to points. I'm not sure. It might have. It might have led to points. I have to look back. But the Steelers are starting as if starting this drive that, again, I think it was their own 20, 21-ish. We'll see when they come back from break. But that's the kind of pressures you get with T.J. Watt. He's having a big night. Along with here, Myles Garrett, as I said before, he had a big night too today, or day, excuse me. And damn, how did we get away with that? I still feel like we can. I feel like we still should be 0-2, but our defense bailed us out last week. Was that intended for? No, it wasn't intended for Devontae on that one. It was just well covered by Wallace. Yeah, he put air behind. Play action, throws the pass. The pass is caught. That's George Pickens. He's up across the 30 to the 35. That's a first down. The ball was at their own 19. Pickens got a 16-yard catch. So there you go. That's a good start to the drive there. Here, your first play, you go find George Pickens for a 16-yard catch. His fourth of the night, 4 for 75 tonight. Kenny's only 11 of 20 tonight. Quick pitch to Najee as he runs to his right, and that's Jalen Warren, and he fights his way forward past the 40 to the 41 for a gain of about 5 or 6. Most interceptions amongst active players. And right now, that distinction belongs to Patrick Peterson. He has 35. He was tied with Harrison Smith. And they fake the end around, and he throws a screen pass to Warren. Warren's got the first down to the 45, the 50, cross the 45, tackle down to the 44 of the Raiders. They faked the jet sweep, and they did a quick check down to Jalen Warren, and Warren had help up front. He was able to get the first down. Needed 5, he got about 15. So 1st and 10, the Steelers are in Raiders territory. Shotgun, sidecar right. Kenny takes a snap, drops back. He looks, fires across the middle. The pass is caught. That's Pat Fryermuth. And that is another first down to the 31-yard line for a 13-yard gain. So the offense is starting to open up quite a little bit here. And a quick snap and a draw hand up to Najee. Najee runs to his left. He's going to turn. He's got the first down again. He gets knocked out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. A little slow to get up as Najee. Took a hit. And I think they're going to need to get a look at him here. Nice blocking up front. And a good job by Najee to squeeze through that hole. And turn upfield, and he actually was knocked out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Took it. Here, Najee's run the ball 14 times for 55 yards. Those are okay numbers. Kenny 13 of 22, 211 and a score. With 4:15 to go here in the third. And the Steelers are inside the red zone. They're actually at the 13-yard line. Warren in the backfield. They fake the handoff to Warren. Kenny scrambles up, fires, Pat Fryermuth, touchdown! Yes! Bootleg that left, and Pat Fryermuth here had 2 steps on the defender. And that was Devon Diablo who was on the coverage, and he had 2 steps on him, and that was all he needed. Extra point is up and good. And with 3:56 left in the third quarter, the Steelers opening things up. And they capitalize on the Patrick Peterson interception and extend the lead to 23-7. Oh, that's exactly what we needed there. Big interception that possibly kept points off the board for the Raiders, and we capitalized off it big time. Just a well-executed drive. We started it off out with that Pickens cross. Even Najee and Jalen Warren, our running backs, had some great plays. Good blocking up front here on the screen by Warren. Great blocking on Najee on his run to the left. They got another first down. It's like this is the stuff we were seeing in the This is the kind of stuff we were seeing in the preseason that had us all hopeful that we were going to be doing things this year. And the way the way the first 2 games went, it didn't look anything like the preseason. This drive right there looked like what we were doing in those 3 preseason games when we were just going downfield. Here's like finding Pickens, finding Najee getting good runs, Warren got good runs, found Fryermuth. Here just boom, 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 boom. Here, this is easily the best drive the Steelers have had all season. So now the Raiders are going to be in desperation mode here. It's still a rough 2-possession game. It's 16 points. 2 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion on each. I mean, Kenny hasn't been mistake-free. The Raiders had a dropped pick 6 earlier. And I got a feeling that one specific play that went here, I think it was Peters that dropped that. Yeah, I believe it was Peters that had the pick 6 on basically a bad miscommunication between Hayward and Pickett. But I feel like the game kind of changed off that. Draw handoff here to Jacobs up the middle. Jacobs is going to skip past the 30 to about the 33 for an 8-yard gain. Second down 2 at their own 33. Draw Play action. Garoppolo fires down the middle. The pass is caught. That is Devontae Adams, I believe. Nope, that's Jacoby Myers. He gets to about midfield. That's a first down for about a 17-yard gain. Yeah, the desperation mode is going to start setting in a little bit here for the Raiders. 4 for 57 for Myers. And they draw a handoff to Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to get maybe a yard, if that. And we have a stoppage of play here. 2:21 left. And is there an injury or? Yeah, it's an injury. Wallace is dinged up. Wallace, who has an interception tonight. Making sure my stream didn't go out of whack there. And the top here we'll have and let me check something real quick. Next week here, 4:00 games here. We're already talking about the Raiders and Chargers have their AFC West meeting. Looks at here, and it's going to be a crucial one for them, regardless of what goes on with the Raiders here. That would be a bid to try to get in second place and also try to stay in Kansas City's rearview mirror. Arizona had that upset win against the Cowboys, and it gets tougher for them because they got to go on the road to San Francisco, who's San Fran looking like the best team in the league right now. Have scored 30 points in each of their first 3 games, and their defense looks outstanding. I can't imagine that changing for this game against Arizona. Even the Cardinals have played pretty well, even though a lot of people consider them to be the favorite to be the worst team the worst team out there. But so far the Cardinals have not looked like the worst team. They easily could have been 3-0. Patriots at Cowboys. Pats coming off a tough road win against the Jets. Almost lost it with that Hail Mary in the end. Yeah, the Jets just missed that Hail Mary. But the Pats prevailed in that one. They continue the winning streak against the Jets. Cowboys are going to be mad as a hornet. I imagine they're going to be one to get off to a hot start against the Pats. And I can easily see that happening. I got the Cowboys winning decently there. Chiefs at Jets, I mean, clearly that was the game that everyone was anticipating. It was going to be Patrick Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. Unfortunately, Rodgers got hurt, and it's going to be Patrick Mahomes against just the Jets. I imagine Mahomes is going to... The Jets probably play tough, but I can't say it's too much. 2nd down 10, 2 minutes to go in the third. Garoppolo takes a snap. He looks, fires, passes. Here is a nice catch by Devontae Adams. Almost threw it short, but Adams was able to reel it in for a first down. That was a wobbler, but somehow Adams was able to scoop that. And they are in Steeler territory. They're at the Steeler 37. Garoppolo quick on a hurry up, throws a quick pass. Pass is caught, and he gets looks like Amir Abdullah. Yep, that's Abdullah for about a 4-yard gain. Adams has 9 catches for 127 and a score. Been a pain in the butt for the Steelers, but Garoppolo looks. He's still looking. Got time to throw. He's going to scramble to his left. He's going to run, and he will. Oh, he's going to slide for a first down. But is that going to get? Nope, no late hit. I thought they were going to get a late hit because. Garoppolo slid for a first down at the 26-yard line. 30 seconds to go in the third. Takes the snap, looks to his left. Hit and sacked! That is Canu Benton, our second-round draft pick. Or Keanu Benton, excuse me. He was number 49 in this past draft in April, and he's in on the sack, and that'll end the third quarter. So we got 15 minutes left, and the Steelers are up by 16, but the Raiders are in range to get some points on the board. But that sack by Benton here was pretty big. Yeah, I was taking a look and see if that first interception resulted in points, and it did. It was a field goal that we got to take a 10-7 lead. So defense has stepped up quite a bit, even though Devontae Adams has had put up pretty good numbers on us tonight. Even Jacoby Myers for the Raiders have put up reasonable numbers as well. But a real big key component is that Josh Jacobs has not had a serviceable night running the ball on us, though. Which for the first 2 weeks of the year, that was a big problem for the Steelers, was their run defense. And so far, it's held up well, and I imagine with a 16-point lead that the Raiders' run game might be taking a back seat real soon if it hasn't already. Show next Sunday night, Chiefs and Jets. It would have been a lot more entertaining if Rodgers was quarterback of that one, but it is what it is. Second down 19. The Raiders are at the Steelers 36. Garoppolo takes the snap, and everything whistled dead. It looks like someone went a little too soon, and they did. The Raiders get called for a false start. That is Perham, number 66. So now it's second down and 24. Garoppolo shotgun with Abdullah to his left. Now at the 41. Takes the snap. He looks. Has all day. Looks. He's still looking. Scrambles left. He's just going to fire the passes. Caught by Devontae Adams. He's tackled after about a 10 or so yard gain, but there's a flag down, and this might be holding on the Raiders. Usually when the quarterback has all that kind of time to throw and then he scrambles, usually the defenders try to go chase him, but a lineman, yep, they got him for a hold. And that's Burham again, the second consecutive penalty on him. Held on to Benton too long, and Benton almost did get his second sack of the drive. The Raiders have a history of issues with penalties. They have 6 for 56 tonight. So now it's 2nd and 34, and a quick screen here, number 3 for the Raiders to the 45 to the 40, and he's tackled at about the 35-yard line. So they got quite a bit of those penalty yards back, if not all of them. So it's going to be 2nd and 34, and he got about, 16? So it's going to be like 3rd and 18-ish. Yep, 3rd and 18 from the 35. Need about the 17 for a first. Looks, he's going to fire. The pass is caught, but was he in bounds? They're saying yes, he was in bounds. That's Jacoby Myers at about the 22-yard line. I don't know about that one. We did toe tap a second time. I don't know. Is that worth a look? It could be worth a look. It is 4th and 5 from the 22. Steelers aren't going to challenge it. This does not look like they will challenge. So it's 4th and 5. Garoppolo shotgun, sidecar right. Takes the snap. He looks. He's looking to his left. He looks. He fires the pass. It's dropped. It was dropped by Jacoby Myers. I don't even know if he would have gotten the first down. Levi Wallace on the coverage. And it is a turnover on downs with 13 to go in the 4th. Myers had it, couldn't hold on to it. Again, it would have been close. I don't know if he would have gotten the first. But nonetheless, Steeler defense holds serve. And again, that's the 3rd time the Raiders have gotten in Steeler territory. And then once they got closer, first it started with Keanu Benton's sack and then the penalties by Perham, number 66. Just pretty much derailed it. I mean, they still had a manageable 4th and 5. But it's been a story of the Steelers have capitalized on their chances. At least they were getting points on their drives. And the Raiders have not scored since their second drive, where they scored on that 4th and 1 on that 32-yard touchdown to Devontae Adams. Okay, we're up by 16 with 13 or so minutes. I mean, this is the time right now. It's like, all right, now it's time to put the hammer down on this. A long, sustained kind of drive I want to see here. Like a 5 at least a 5 or 6 minute long drive and result in points. It doesn't even have to be a touchdown. Even a field goal makes it 3 possessions. But just something that kills time and puts points on the board. First and 10 for the Steelers from their own 22. Kenny shotgun sidecar left. And a draw hand up to Najee. Najee is going to barrel his way forward for about 3 yards to about the 25. Will be 2nd and 7. Doing a little better running the ball tonight. Not great, but better than what week 1 was for sure. Week 2, we only had about 2 good yards. Other than that, it was just. 2nd and 7. And it's a quick screen to Warren. Warren is going to run to about the 30, and he's going to be tackled to the 30. And it's going to be a manageable third down, 3rd and about 2. Third and 2, shotgun, sidecar right this time. And Kenny takes the snap. He's going to look to his left. Now he looks right, scrambles right, fires the pass, and the pass is caught, but he's out of bounds. That was Jalen Warren with a catch, but he was well out of bounds. I don't even think he got 1 foot in bounds. Dang it. Is that Tyree Wilson that they're showing there? Tyree Wilson was their first round draft pick at 7 overall. When I saw the Raiders got Tyree Wilson, I was like, oh God, their pass rush is going to be a problem. Punt is away, and they return. And the Raiders will return it to about the 20-yard line. Another good punt there by Harvin. And so the Raiders, with 11:32 to go in the fourth quarter, will take over. Take a quick. Had to take a quick bathroom break. Ugh. That's funny. I'm reading this tweet from Tree. He says, so the answer for the Steelers to score 20 points on offense It's the call for the offensive coordinator's head to play the Raiders. I'll accept these terms. Well, we haven't finished this yet. There's still 11:32 to go. Even though the defense has played pretty good all night, we still have not really covered Adams that well. As long as Devontae Adams is still on that field here, I'm not feeling easy about this yet. Unless Garoppolo throws a pick six. Garoppolo fakes the handoff. He looks. He's going to fire the passes. Oh, wide open is Devontae Adams. To about the 45 to the 46. See what I mean? You can't rest easy when number 17 is out there. Jesus, how did he get that open? Gain of 26. What the hell was that? Like Wallace, what the hell are you doing? You just shut them off and left them alone? Garoppolo back. He looks the pass. He's going to throw a screen. That's to, I believe, Adams again, and it is Adams again. He's just going to run out of bounds after about a 6-yard gain. Clock continues to run, though. It's already well over 100. Devontae might have 200 before the night's over. He's already over 160. Garoppolo calls audible. Shotgun alone. On 2nd and 4 inside the Steelers 48. Fires, pass caught. Renfro, first down. He got to about the Steelers 38. Ten minutes to go now in the fourth. Oh, God. Is this where the bullshit happens, where the team that's behind by a significant amount and they start getting trash yards and then a trash touchdown, even though it's not trash time yet? Draw a hand up to Jacobs. Jacobs up the middle, and Jacobs is going to run for about 10 yards in a first down. The best run he's had all night. And they're running the hurry up here. And it's a draw hand up to Jacobs. And Jacobs again, and he's going to run for another 10 yards in a first down. Now they're inside the Steelers' 20. At about the 17. I mean, only 9 minutes left. There's still plenty of time. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and it's game on. Draw hand up again to Adams. To Jacobs, and Jacobs only gets a yard. I mean, this is about where the Raiders kept making mistakes, and they kept costing themselves points. Still on the hurry up here. The Raiders with a shotgun. Sidecar right. Drops back. Garoppolo looks. Garoppolo's in trouble. And Garoppolo's going down. .44 for the Steelers. Came in and got the sack. Is that Quan Alexander? I believe that was Quan. 4th sack of the night for the Steelers. Now it's second and 16. Oh, it was 3rd down. Pass is caught down to about the 10-yard line. That was to Amir Abdullah. Flag is down, though. And judging by the body language, that's going to be against the Raiders. That might be a legal shift. And they call it holding on the Steelers. Who do they call it on? They call it on Cole Holcomb. He was holding on to Abdullah before Abdullah caught that. So it's 1st and 10 at the Steeler 18-yard line. Shotgun snap. Drops back. He looks. He fires the passes. Going to be low. It was low. It was intended for Adams. Adams was open here, but Garoppolo's pass was low. So it's 2nd down with 7:18 to go in the 4th. Oh, no, it wasn't low. It was behind him. Well, even though Adams still should have caught that. Garoppolo takes the shotgun snap at 2nd and 10. He's hit and sacked Levi Wallace. Oh, no, excuse me. That's Minka Fitzpatrick. And they're going to call Minka for unnecessary roughness. Oh, my goodness. Really? What? First and goal at the 9-yard line. Quick throw, pass caught. That's Jacoby Myers is down to about the 2. I mean, Jesus Christ. $6:30 to go in the 4th. Pitch to Jacobs to the left, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. Clock not really the enemy yet of the Raiders. They still have all 3 timeouts. Garoppolo shotgun, 3rd and goal at the 1. I imagine he's going to look for Adams here. He looks for Adams, touchdown. Touchdown Raiders, but they need the 2 points. With 5:41 to go in the 4th, they need the 2 points here. I mean, it wasn't even bad coverage. It's just, Jesus Christ. Devontae Adams is a pain in the ass to cover. Just ask anybody in the NFC North that had to cover him. For the 2-point try, Garoppolo looks, he's scrambling. Can't find anybody, just throws it, and the pass is incomplete. And they fucking threw the fucking flag. Are you kidding me? Was there even contact there? I mean, he didn't turn around, yeah, but was there even contact? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I thought the script writers were on strike. Okay, I guess. That wasn't even catchable, though. If you saw where he threw that, how is that catchable? What was he going to do? Stretch Armstrong that? Second try of the 2-pointer, I formation this time. Fake the hand up to Jacobs, and fucking wide open is Michael Mayer, the rookie tight end from Notre Dame, for the 2 points. Christ. I mean, penalties were hurting the Raiders and their own drives earlier. But that roughing the passer on Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, I'm acting like we're behind by 8 and we're ahead by 8. But that's how fucky that was. God, that was bullshit. Like, yeah, Fitzpatrick's still in disbelief about that call. And so am I. I mean, what more can you ask someone to do without being called that then? I mean, what the You can't hit him low, you can't hit him high. But that's exactly what Minka's thinking right now. It's like, what the fuck more do I gotta do? Okay, takes a shotgun stab. He looks, he fires it down to his left, and it falls incomplete. It's intended for Austin. This is gonna be another fucking 3-and-out. I can already sense it. Second and 10 from their own 25. Draw a hand up to Najee, and he got a yard of that. Do I even need to look at this point? Approaching the 5-minute mark. Kenny takes a shotgun snap and false starter. No, we call it timeout. I feel like even if we do win this game, I'm still going to be annoyed by that call. Third and 8. Kenny shotgun sidecar left. Takes the snap. Look, blitz coming. Fires it down the middle. The pass is incomplete. That was intended for Pat Freiermuth. Freiermuth had a shot at that, but got broken up. I mean, he did get him in the chest, so punt is away, and Harbin fell down, but I don't think he was touched. And here's the return for the Raiders to the 35, to the 40, 45, almost to midfield, and that's where the Raiders will start with 4:35 to go. You know what? That's what I have to say about that fucking roughing the passer call. First and 10, the Raiders are at their own 48. 4:35 left. I didn't even switch. I forgot to switch, but it doesn't matter. The Raiders have the ball now anyway. Like I knew it was going to be a 3-and-out anyway. Looks and looks. He has all day. The pass is caught for about a 5-yard gain. That was Jacobs on the catch. Still running the hurry up. Second down and 4. Takes a snap. He looks. He fires to his left. The pass is caught. Devontae Adams is open again. And that is a Raider first down. Now you're seeing more of a reaction than you are play-by-play out of me because I'm fucking annoyed by what's been transpiring lately. First and 10 at the 34-yard line of the Steelers. Garoppolo looks. He just fires it. Tries to check down for Jacobs, but it's at his feet, so it falls incomplete. Second and 10 at the Steeler 34. Garoppolo shotgun, sidecar left. He looks. He's under pressure. Escapes the pressure. He scrambles to his right. Fires a pass. The pass is caught. But that's Jacoby Myers for about a 7 or 8 yard gain. Watt did get his hand on it, but didn't get enough of them. So now 3rd and 2 from the Steelers 27. They need a 24 for a first. .352 left. Draw hand up to Jacobs, and Jacobs is not going to get there. He's going to be a yard short of a first down. Obviously, they're going to go for it, but it's going to be a quick one. They're running the hurry up here. And they try to run the hurry up. Now, Jimmy under center. Maybe a sneak. And everything's whistled down. There's a flag down. Is it an illegal substitution or an illegal shift? No, they're just going to call false start on the Raiders. That's going to make it 4th and 5. 4th and a short one to now 4th and 5. That is 68. That is James. Oh, instead, this is an interesting call here. Instead of going for it on 4th and 6, they're going to go for the field goal, a 48-yard field goal for Carlson with 3:15 left. They do have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Snap down, and the kick is right down the middle and good. Flag is down, though. Oh, God. What? The Steelers got called for leverage.
Pushing up off of the back to jump. Just head to the back of one of the Raiders here to elevate himself.
Okay, it's about to be 23-23 here. What in the actual ass? I guess that was leverage, but what the fuck? First and 10 from the 14. I don't even know what the fuck to say anymore. Shotgun sidecar right. Draw, no, fakes the hand off the... Here, instead, he's going to throw it to Jacobs, and Jacobs is going to take it to the 9-yard line for about a 5-yard gain. Fuck me. I might go through the rest of these antacids before the night's over. Clock is still running. 2:40 now left. This time Jimmy under center. Throws a quick pass for Adams, and it's dropped. It was a little high for Adams. Now it's 3rd and 4. Well, I imagine that this time they will go for it on 4th down if they don't convert. I imagine the defense is starting to get tired now because they've been out there for much of this fourth quarter. Jimmy takes the shotgun snap. He looks. He's going to fire to the end zone. The pass is going to be out of the. It's caught by Myers, but Myers is out of bounds. So that brings up 4th and 4 with 2:25 left. And what? I'm sorry, what? They're going for the field goal, the Raiders are, and the kick is up and good. Is there at least no leverage this time, please? It looks like this does stand. I mean, I get it, momentum's on your side. You do have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, even though there's only 22 seconds left until that. But you're giving the Steelers the ball with a chance to ice it without getting your quarterback back out there. I'm not. I just don't understand. I somewhat get it, but you need a touchdown, and you were at the 9-yard line. I mean, to me, that's just too close. It's like, just go. And you had Devontae Adams. You can get 4 yards. He's been awesome all night. But now you take the points. You still need the touchdown. Yeah, it's to win it, but you still need it. You're not guaranteed. I get it. You're not guaranteed to get the ball back if you missed anyway, but I mean, yeah, the penalties in this fourth quarter is the reason why this is even a game right now. Kenny under center at their own 25. Delayed handoff to Najee. Najee is going to take it up the middle. He's going to get about 5 yards. And the Raiders will take their first timeout. So basically, I think 2 first downs and it's over. But we have not had a first down this entire quarter yet. We've had 2 drives this quarter. There were 3 and outs both times. Kenny again under center. I imagine Najee's going to get it again. And he does. Tries to dance his way forward, and he get 2 yards of that. So now it's 3rd and 3, and the Raiders call their second timeout. Can we get a first here? It wouldn't be game over if we got a first, but it would be. Kenny's alone in the shotgun. Kenny looks, he scrambles left, he fires, pass, caught, first down! Allen Robinson got here with a quick sideline run. Not only did he catch it, he stayed in bounds, and we're at the 2-minute warning. And the Raiders have only one timeout left. Oh, man, that was huge. Great blocking up front, so Kenny had time to go find Allen Robinson. Needed 2, he got about 6. Oh, man. It's not over yet. They're still going to... Even if we don't get another first down... then there still might be a rough 30 seconds left yet. So the first down that we've gotten in the fourth quarter was massive. At their own 39, they're just going to hand it to Najee, and Najee's going to just hold on to the ball. Najee, just don't even try it. He's going to lose a lot. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. Stayed up long enough to burn a few extra seconds, though. And the Raiders burned their last time out. So 2nd and 13. With 1:53 to go. Kenny quick draw to Jalen Warren, and Warren's going to just spring forward for maybe a yard or 2. As long as you hold on to the ball here, I don't care how many you run for. So it'll be 3rd and about 12. As the clock ticks down to 1:20. Play clock at 10 here. Kenny under center. Takes the snap. Just going to hand it to Warren, and Warren is going to lose yardage again. But the point of it was just to make sure he held on to it, and he does. So this is not over yet. So it's probably going to be about 20 seconds left. 26, 25. And there's the snap. No, they're just going to take the 5, or they call a timeout. No, they call a timeout. So they call a timeout with 23 seconds left. So by the time hope Harvin can kick it away from the returner so he can actually take a bounce and burn a few more seconds. Harvin gets it away. And he muffed the punt. He muffed it. Did the Steelers get on top of it? But they're saying no. They're saying the Raiders got it back, but still, that was valuable time that got burned off in the process. There's only 12 seconds left, and they recovered it at their own 15. He had doinked off his face mask, and I don't know how the Steelers didn't get a hold of it. You know, he got a fortunate bounce too. So 12 seconds. And they did 85 yards. I imagine there's going to be a lot of laterals in this. Garoppolo takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking. And he's just going to throw that. It is intercepted. Levi Wallace and Elvis has left the building. Oh, that was too close for comfort. I don't know why the Raiders didn't go for the end zone instead of trying the field goal. Levi Wallace, his second interception of the night. That was too close for comfort. But you know what? We'll take it. Good night. Steelers win 23-18. They moved to 2-1. They're going to Houston next Sunday to play the Texans.